Magandang araw Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at kung saan man kayo nanonood sa buong mundo. Ito na po ang huling araw ng 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival. Ako po si Ernest Hernandez together with my partner for the last day, Miss Rica Aquino, the Baby Dynamite. Hello Rica.
Hello, Ernest. We are down to our last day. Medyo malungkot, pero it doesn't mean naman na tapos na ang action for today, hindi
Mm.
ba?
Marami pa ring aksyon ang ihahatid namin sa iyo, but we are so excited sa future din ng event na to dahil marami ng kuro-kuro, usap-usapan na paano palalakin pa tong event na to. But for this day, marami pa tayo mga bibigay sa inyo, mga martial arts mula sa inyong mga live stream.
Yes, so today we are going to see some of our taekwondo players and of course our
Yes.
kickboxing highlights also for today, ano? And I believe yun nga, we have our closing ceremony later.
Yung closing ceremonies natin, meron tayong mga special guest na pupunta rito sa Rizal Memorial Coliseum. So please stay tuned. Buong araw tayo magkasama ngayon. For the past few days, puro afternoon lang. Ngayon, buong araw nyo na kami kasama dito ni Madam Rica, and together with our courtside reporters later, ihahatid namin sa inyo ang aksyon mula sa live stream ng Philippine Sports Commission. And with that, meron tayong mga highlights na ipapakita mula sa mga aksyon
Yes.
kahapon sa Sambo. Rica, you were there. We were covering this fight.
Yes, no, some of the shining moments from our sambists, of course, Mariana Mariano and Jelly Bolaong are only some of our female sambists who showed us their skills and also gracing the sambo competitions, of course, is our gold medalist, Mark Striegel.
Yes, Mark Striegel, excited kami na makasama si Mark Striegel, isang UFC fighter na naging base ang Sambo sa kanyang mixed martial arts experience. At sa finals nito, talagang yung main event natin dito, Jo Marie Torres versus Maranyo.
Oo. And ito na nga, no, they saw two categories, the sports sambo and the combat sambo. And ayan ang ating mga medalists.
Yan, marami tayong mga pinamigay na medals kahapon. And yung
Definitely.
isang fighter, ngayon lang natin nakita, ngumiti. Ito si Maranyo,
Oo.
lifting the hands of her competitors as well while receiving her medals.
Yes, of course, that's Jelly Bolaong naman din. And of course, our competition tournament is...
At ito na nga, nakita natin ngayon, in front of
Oo.
you is our POMSAY competition. At meron tayo mga competitors dito from different schools, from different colleges. Like sa UP, sa mga taga-Uste, naririnig na namin ang mga chants ng mga taga-Uste dito mula sa loob ng venue. At mga taga-Lasal nandito rin. Katabi lang nilang Rizal Memorial Coliseum.
Yes, and of course, ito nga ang nakikita yung event natin dito sa mat na kaharap ng ating camera is our Pumse event. And at the back, of course, we have our Taekwondo tournament naman din. Ayan, and of course, ito na our next contestant from National University, Abigail Pacificador.
Abigail Pacificador is given 1 minute and 30 seconds to have her performance dito sa POMSAY competition. And Rica, pag-usapan natin itong POMSAY. Yeah, we're talking about the snappiness, the
Yes.
grace, and the strength of our fighters inside the mat.
Definitely. And of course, itong Pomseng, they have this imaginary opponent and then they are actually performing a sequence of taekwondo techniques. So, kailangan makatotohanan pa rin. Kailangan nandun pa rin yung element ng speed, power, and of course, yung refinement ng technique ng pag-execute ng mga moves nila.
And our competitor from NU for the female seniors division, Abigail Pacificador, wrapping up her performance and making a final bow to the judges.
Nako, itong National University is only just one of the schools that we have today. Marami tayong mga universities with us. Alam mo, itong taekwondo, isa sa mga pinakasikat na martial art talaga sa Pilipinas, no?
At taekwondo, yan yung actually during the 90s, Rika. Pag
Right.
sinabi mong mag-martial arts ka,
Oo.
ang i-offer sa'yo dalawa, karate o taekwondo.
Definitely, no? It's almost as if synonymous ang martial arts sa taekwondo para sa Pilipino nung 80s and 90s, no?
Because of the popularity of Bea Lucero, yung mga ganon.
Definitely.
Mm. Sila Stephen Fernandez, yan yung mga
Yes.
medalist natin ng panahon na yan.
Even at that early stage, so no, we already had our Olympians shining in the world stage.
At ito, from Far Eastern University, Angela Ray Tibudan.
Of
Angela Ray Tibudan is starting her routine right here. Ito yung pinapakita yung fluidity, yung transition from fast to slow. Dito
Yes.
natin nakikita sa POMSAY.
And of course, tinitignan din ng mga judges natin, yung mga placement ng kamay, ng paa, execution of the kicks, and the punches and the different blocks.
This is Angela Ray Tibudan from Far Eastern University. Wrapping up her performance. At ang scores natin tinatali ngayon, nakikita natin from our TV na sa harap natin is meron siya mga nakuwang 4. Yan pa yung mga scores ni Angela. That is 3.1, 3.2. A total score of 7.36.
And up next from National University, we have Denise Alicias in the senior female category. Taking her bow before her pumse. Of course, very important also the coordination of the hands and the feet. And dito, I think, nakita natin yung expression ng kanyang energy, meron siya agad, kumbaga, very, very high energy at the beginning of the routine.
Anyway, Rika, meron na tayong makakasama ngayon. Ang ating co-analyst for this day and siya na rin mag-play-by-play minsan is
Yes.
ito, kompleto pangalan, Gabriel Christian Concepcion. How do we call you, Gab? Gab na ba? Christian? Ano ba tatawag namin sa'yo?
Gabi?
Christian na lang.
Comfortable, of course.
Christian na lang. Sige, Christian. Ito na nga, final day na natin ngayon sa Women's Martial Arts Festival. Nakakapanood ko ng mga ibang laban. So far, anong nakikita mo? Anong naobserba mo? But before that, tignan natin ang score neto ni Denise from National U. Konting tabulation lang po. Mabilis lang po yan. Yan, ipapakita. That's 7.83 for Denise.
It's one
Anyway,
of-
pagpatuloy mo, Gabriel.
well, as you can see kay Denise, that's beautiful form para sa kanya. Yung flow ng movements niya, very, very fluid. Parang tubig, di ba? Na yung flow, yung agos ng tubig.
Yun.
Napakaganda, and she rightfully deserves that score, 7.83. That's a high score for National University. As we see another National University athlete, si Leila Simone Soria,
Beautiful front kick kaagad ang kanyang panimula in her pumse. Alam mo, nakikita rin natin the gentleness and the power. Kasi hindi lang naman siya puro explosive na movements.
yes.
We see some gentleness in this art also.
And one thing, Ma'am Rika, na natitake ko watching Pomse, and of course napanood natin in a few, mapapanood ng mga fans later on sa ating highlights ng kickboxing. I don't want to be the boyfriend of any one of these women. Ayoko.
Nako, coming from a martial artist, ano, I can attest to you na kaming mga martial artists, mga sweet lover kami.
Yes.
Huwag kang mag-alala.
Pero wag lang gagalitin.
Oo. Ano na nga ulit ang full name mo?
Gabriel Christian Concepcion.
Yes, so pwede ba kitang tawagin na Gabby?
Yes, go ahead,
Okay,
Ma'am Rica.
ayan. So, anong masasabi mo sa performance ni Leia, nalito ako, no? Gabby, anong masasabi mo dun sa kanyang performance?
Well, napakaganda ng execution niya. I mean, yung high kicks niya talagang legit na high. I see some, practitioners of Pomse and Taekwondo na when you do a high kick, as the score shows na 7.80,
Right.
napakataas po niyan. And still, nakita natin sa leaderboard, UST has number 1 and number 2. And I'll explain later bakit. I think I know why UST is number 1 and number 2 at that. But yun nga, yung performance ni kanina was so beautiful na yung makikita mo yung combination of the power, the
Yes.
speed, and yung fluidity ng movements niya. Walang effort na nasayang. Talagang
Definitely.
calculated sobra yung movements. So we see Sofia Isabel Sarmiento from the De La Salle University. Kita natin. Intense na intense yung mukha niya.
Intense, oo. And we are going to be seeing a lot of high kicks today. Different kinds of kicks. Alam mo, sabi nga nila, Taekwondo is the way of the feet and the fists. So definitely, eto na nga nakikita natin, ano.
Yes, and as we see Sofia, look at that quickness of that high kick right there.
Alam mo, yung high kick na yan, mahirap din i-training yan, ano. Hindi naman natural para sa atin na magkaroon ng ganyang flexibility, ano.
Yes. I tried once before sa bahay. Just
Kamusta?
being a fan of MMA, I fell down on my face after trying it.
Buti sa bahay mo siya
Sa-
ginawa. Hindi ba?
Buti na walang tinama.
True, oo. At ito na nga, beautiful, tight performance by Sofia Isabel.
As we see, kinakalculate lang po ang mga scores niya after that wonderful performance. Galing dito kay Sofia Isabel Sarmiento of De La Salle University.
Let me just note, ano, itong mga athletes natin are also students, ano, so definitely deserve our admiration kasi
Yes.
pinabalanse nila ang academics with sports, di ba?
Yes, sobra. As an 8.07, I think that's the second
Oh,
highest
wow.
score. Yeah, it is the second highest score. As we see some
Beautiful performance, you know.
well-deserved scores. Tingnan mo naman, Ma'am Rica, the form, the quickness,
Definitely.
and this is what the theme of itong Women's Martial Arts Festival natin talaga. We're seeing the future of not just women's martial arts, but martial arts in the country.
Definitely. And starting off is Chelsea Sentakay from UST.
Yes, and UST owns 2 of the top 3 high scores. Can Chelsea Shentakay add on to that? Of course, I know a little bit of a background dito sa Team UST. I don't know who they are personally, but I know their coaches because she was
Oo.
one of my professors back in college, Ma'am
Wow.
Rica,
So how was she as a professor?
Yeah, she is very nice, one of the kindest professors. Actually, both of these sports that we're watching this afternoon, Pomse and Taekwondo, parehong head coach nila is my professor since senior high school. So,
Oh,
6 years ko
wow.
sila nakasama. And, from the way they teach their athletes, it's the way they teach their students. Talagang with discipline. And we can see, Taekwondo is one of the reasons why the University of Santo Tomas has been the general champions of the UAAP. And clearly, we see from the performances of the women's athletes performing today,
Yes.
kung bakit. Is tinatabulate lang ang score ni Chelsea.
That was such a graceful performance by Chelsea. Waiting for the scores. Of course, you are watching the senior category of our Pumse here at the Women's Martial Arts Festival. All-women event.
Ay 7.94 for Chelsea.
Quite high too. Medyo dikit
Yes.
sila, no?
Yes. And I think Ma'am Mia Andalisa is proud of that performance from her athlete. Look
Sabi
at,
sa'yo, pag martial artist talagang gentle and peace lover yung mga yan.
yes. As ito naman, Heza Alison Serapio, also from UST. As look at that composure she has.
And of course, we have to note, ang aga pa lang, warmed up na yung mga atleta natin,
Ready talaga
Red,
sila.
yeah. Kasi any misstep or any imbalance can cost you your score.
How important is footwork and yung balance sa mga gantong sport, Ma'am Rica, for especially sa mga young children, young kids na nanonood sa atin ngayon? What are the things that you can advise if they want to pursue a career in Pomse or Taekwondo?
Yun ang balance is very important, as you can see as you perform these movements, balance is of the essence. And syempre, pag na-develop na yung balance mo, actually, any martial art can be easy. It's easy to transition to another martial art.
As yan, we saw Hesa Serapio wrapping up her performance at tinatabulate lang po ang kanyang score. I believe she's the 4th athlete already to perform from UST. So let's see how she does.
Grabe, no?
7.87, another high score.
87, high score. Grabe yung composure din nila after the performance, no?
Yes.
Waiting for the score.
Ngayon, titingnan naman natin si Joy Ann Christine Mateo from the National University. She's
Alam mo,
getting ready.
aside from actually executing the skills, they have to really harmonize those skills into just parang may phrasing din ito eh. You really have to string those moves together. Ayan na nga, starting strong is
Yes.
Joy Ann Christine Mateo from National University.
And
So
look-
far, 3 universities ang nakita natin.
Yes. LaSalle, NU, and UST. As Joy Ann Christine Mateo, ang graceful na movements niya.
Mm-mm. Another high kick right there.
And look
So-
at that.
So alam mo, kapag may mga magulang who want to enroll their kids to a martial art and they want to learn self-defense techniques, they want their kids to develop grace and composure, magandang sport talaga itong Taekwondo.
Yes, very much. And of course, yung discipline, di ba?
Definitely.
As yan Joy Ann Christine Mateo ends her performance on a high note as our judges are just tabulating their scores at the moment.
May maganda kang sinabi kanina. Sabi mo, it's like water, no? Ayan na nga ang ating score. 7.57 from our NU athlete.
Look at that footwork off of the pivot. Ang gaganda ng mga moves nila no, Ma'am Rica. Like,
Oo, definitely.
and this takes years of practice talaga. Yung
Of
mastering
course.
your movement. You can't just go in there and perform these moves, di ba?
They make it look easy, but really, the hard work behind this is sila lang ang nakakaalam how much blood, sweat, and tears they had to sacrifice. No?
And right now, si Thea May Del Rosario of UST is performing. You look at the focus.
Even the breathing, Gabby, you have to really synchronize your breathing with your movements. Sa rin yun sa mga tinitignan.
Yes, and one thing watching this performance, it's you appreciate the small things, di ba? Yung breathing, yung
Definitely.
attention to detail by these athletes talagang very, very keen. Yung one misstep may cost you talaga.
Definitely. No? Kaya nga, if you want your kids to focus, to be a master in concentrating, ayan na nga,
Thea.
tabulating our scores for Thea. Ang bilis lang nun, ano? Pero the hard work that you do for that is, kumbaga, it takes years.
Yes, and talagang dedication. And again, I saw the practices back then on UST Taekwondo team as Thea May del Rosario gets a 7.70, another high score. As we see the leaderboard, it's only 2 teams sa leaderboard, UST and LaSalle lang.
Mukhang tight ang labanan natin dito, ha?
Yes. And now again, another UST student athlete, Jade Ashley Carno. Thea del Rosario's performance, a thing of beauty.
Definitely.
Jade Ashley Carno of UST stepping up to the plate to perform.
Sino kaya ang maging susunod ng Jocelyn Nobles, ano?
Yes.
Or Paulina Lopez, some of our recent mga idol yan ng mga Pilipina na taekwondo players.
Yes. And I'm not that too familiar with taekwondo, but I know one taekwondo athlete who was a former Olympian, Jasmine Strachan Simpao, who represented the country back
Wow.
in 2000 in the Olympics.
Wow, I hope, is she here?
I'm actually trying to find her. Magmamano ako pag nakita.
Oo.
Because she's my professor back
Oh,
in college.
wow.
So,
Nandito pala yung iyong mga ano, no?
yes.
Mga professors. Of course, martial arts is also known to be beneficial, ano, in academics. Kaya
Yes.
I'm sure achievers din itong ating mga athletes.
Yes, totoo yan. As,
Solid performance by Jade.
let's see, as our judges are tabulating her scores. And para walang kakaba-kaba, no, Ma'am Rica. Hindi sila
Oo.
kinakabahan, ah.
Or if they are, they do a good job at hiding.
Hiding.
It, diba?
As a 7.94.
Dikit na dikit talaga ang competition natin.
Sobra. And, you know, you saw a little bit of a smile there from Jade. As we see
But-
some of the highlights.
Kumbaga dala pa rin nila yung, diba sabi nga nila, martial arts and stoicism, no? To be able to control your emotions,
Yes.
diba? And hide any rush of emotions is also part of martial arts.
As we see Sofia Marie Tunggala.
Nako, ito, taga-UP Diliman.
Yes.
Ito, ka-school ko pala ito. Ito ba ay lone representative from UP? Parang ito ang una kong nakita, no?
Fighting Maroon, right?
Fighting Maroons.
And it's nice to see, of course, we have, you know, UP prides themselves in their academics, di ba, Ma'am Rica? You
Definitely.
pride themselves in academics. It's nice to see them that they're also thriving na in sports, di ba?
Oo.
For the longest period of time, UP was always nasa
I
ilalim
know.
ng mga UAAP
Estudyante
competition.
ako.
Yes. Pero ngayon, you see them thriving in all
I
sports, di ba?
know. Diba? The basketball team has been giving honor and other sports as well.
Yes, and
Ito na nga.
Sofia Marie Tunggala, solid performance to start off UP's campaign dito in isang araw natin, ah.
Definitely.
As the judges are computing Sofia's scores. And it's a 7.60. Good way to start for
Good
UP.
way to start. And of course, ito na nga, buti na lang, ano, we already have our scoreboards. And of course, doing sports nowadays is a lot easier.
Yes.
Because of technology. Ayan.
As ito, another representative of LaSalle, Mika Angela Cabral. Look at her start off right now. She's starting off fast there.
Alam mo yung sigaw nila na yun, ano? Halos lahat ng martial arts has that signature shout, no?
Yes.
And really, it is you expel the energy from your core, from the center of your energy source.
And those shouts, ay, hindi, baka sa mga nanonood, Ma'am Rica, no, yung akala lang nila sumisigaw lang sila. May importance talaga yung sigaw na yun sa mga martial
Definitely.
arts.
It tightens the muscles. It also helps you sort of like center yourself, ano, and summon all the energy as you perform your kicks or your punches.
And again, another solid performance from the green squad of LaSalle, Mika Angela Cabral, wrapping up a solid performance.
Mukhang tikita nito ng
Okay.
UST and LaSalle.
Well, we have only seen one school, one representative from UP, and she performed a solid score. So, as we see some of the updated scoreboard, UST LaSalle talaga, no, Ma'am Rica?
That's true. And yun ang watching watching our taekwondo players now. Ang dami palang nagta-taekwondo
Yes.
na babae.
Well, mostly talaga kasi ma'am, 'di ba? If you look at yung mga men, they prefer boxing talaga, mixed martial arts. You know, I don't want to judge genders or give a division between genders, pero it's known na talaga na yung mga women is more graceful than us men.
Ito na nga, the second representative from University of the Philippines. Dalaman is Shine Angela Fabros.
Look at that, how composed she is. Kulang na lang, no, Ma'am Rica, lagyan ng music.
That's true, no? It is indeed poetry in motion.
And you train for years just to perform 1 minute in this kind of competition. You know,
Right there, you saw her with that jumping front kick, ano?
ganda.
She was able to
Grabe.
regain her balance. And solid performance by Shine.
Of course, ito parang tune-up game nila sa mga team sports. Diba? May mga tune-up ang basketball and volleyball, Ma'am Rica. Ito
Yes.
tune-up nila before the UAAP starts.
Definitely.
As ito,
What a way to to celebrate femininity and womanhood.
yes.
Our Women's Martial Arts Festival. Sadly, last day na natin, but ayun na nga, 7.47 is the score of Shine. And look at her highlights right there.
Look at that. Talagang fluid yung movement nila. You know, yung synchronization bit, yung sa galaw niya. That takes years
Definitely.
of blood, sweat, and tears talaga. You know, this sport is no joke. You know, people may see it as parang demonstration lang, wala kang kalaban, it's you versus you, but this is a difficult sport to do. As we see Angeli Justin Betita of National University, I think the third representative of NU.
Yes. And of course, again, starting off very graceful. Ito si Angeli Betita. Showing a string of kicks. Yun na nga, another switch jumping kick right there.
Look at that. As you saw, some of the NU faithful already in attendance, pinapalakpakan nila yung performance ni Angeli.
Alam mo, naisip ko nga rin, since our country loves K-pop and Korean drama, this is another thing we love from Korea, diba?
Yes.
Taekwondo.
Yes, and yun nga yung K-pop influence, di ba, yung taekwondo, K-drama, mga ganyan. And of course, yung favorite ko yung Samgyupsal.
Ako rin. Oo, actually, hindi samgyupsal. Bibimbap.
Yung bibimbap
Ayan.
pala ang tawag.
Oo.
Look at that beautiful jumping high kick from Angeli. And now, the first representative from the College of St. Benil, si Tisha Cassandra Ulat,
Kapitbahay.
kapitbahay ng LaSalle. So technically LaSalle pa rin naman.
True. Tumawid lang sila dito sa
Oo.
Rizal. No?
As look at that, yung focus niya talaga.
Even maintaining, kasi you can, you have to understand when you're doing these moves, you're doing them on air,
Yes.
diba? So it's really muscle memory, it's really coordination to be able to execute the movements properly.
And you look at that. Grabe yung taas ng sipa nila, no, ma'am?
Oo, at talagang matinding stretching ang ginawa nila kanina before our competition. And let's see, no? Let's see how our judges saw that. For me, that was another solid performance.
Yes. As Tisha Cassandra Ulat putting the finishing touches on that performance. The first representative of the De La Salle College of St. Benilde in this morning's competition. Let's see her score.
And of course, our judges, some of our judges are also women.
Yes. Yung women empowerment talaga, no?
Definitely. Beautiful high kick right there. And the replay.
And now another representative from the Tigers Den, Stella Nicole Yape. Eh, makikita mo, Ma'am Rica, ang babata pa nitong lumalaban, no? So, I'm curious as to what age they started to perform
Yes.
and practice this discipline.
Seems like they started very young to be able to perform at such a high level.
Yes.
Now,
And
kasi yun nga, may mga taekwondo clinics tayo all
Yes.
around the country,
And this is nice to see na, young women engaging in sports na hindi parte ng, although sikat ang taekwondo sa Pilipinas, but it's not, the famous sports like basketball, volleyball talaga.
Definitely.
This is yung appreciation that you see here
Mhm.
is talagang iba. This is an individual sport, but you see yung mga teammates nila, if makikita nyo sa angle ng camera sometimes, talagang nagtutulungan sila. They're talking to each
Definitely.
other. As Stella Nicole Yape capping off another solid performance for the yellow, black, and white.
Grabe, very, very strong contingent from the University of Santo Tomas. Tignan natin if she's gonna be up there with her teammates.
7.93,
Oh.
0.01 shy of the fifth
Right.
spot, owned by UST din. So, talagang dikitan.
And of course, namumuno pa rin ang ating taekwondo player from DLSU with that 8.07
Yes.
score.
But let's see if Karel Fernandico of the Far Eastern University Tamaraws can exceed or tie that score. Yeah, I like that flying kick from her. The
Beautiful.
height, ang ganda. The height of that jump, perfect na perfect.
Sabay sabay slow in the graceful movements. Really, I like how they mix and match all of those movements into this very, very harmonious pomse,
Yes. And how difficult is it, Ma'am Rica, to create a sequence or a performance like this sa mga practice mo, you have to have a lot of creativity, no?
Definitely, at the same time, you have to stay true also to the tradition. So, it's really a balance of choosing. Syempre, our judges are also judging based on the technical difficulty of the
Mhm.
routine. But at the same time, you have to make it perfect.
Yes. Mahirap ba sa mga gantong competition, Ma'am Rica, na yung mag-risk ka ng move na it's a high-risk, high-reward move, talagang
Definitely.
mahirap talaga, no?
So for me, it's really knowing yourself, listening to your coach, because ultimately your coach knows what you are
Yes.
able to do. And with that, Karel scores with 9.50.
Yes. Look at that, some of the highlights of her graceful performance. Look at that. Yung high kick talaga yung parang signature niya.
Definitely, starting very, very strong with that.
As we're just waiting for the next
Sa likod
participant.
naman ng Pumse natin, of course, they can see,
Taekwondo.
ayan na, naglalaban na sila sa likod. Of course, simultaneous na nangyayari ang ating dalawang competitions.
And of course, nakikita nyo yung Taekwondo. Pero we will be right back as you will see some of the highlights in a while sa ating Women's Martial Arts Festival. We are back here sa Women's Martial Arts Festival as we just wrapped up ang ating senior female division sa POMSE, and nakita natin, Sir Ernest, it's a dominant showing from the two schools, De La Salle University and University of Santo Tomas.
Kukunin na natin ang top 8 sa 23 competitors kanina, and the thing is, eto, 6 taga-UST, 2 De La Salle ang nakapasok sa top 8. At sino-sino ba sila, Enzo?
Yes, of course, the person with the top score was Heza Alison Serapio of UST. And number 2, si Stella Nicole Yape, also from UST. Actually, top 4 natin, puro
Oo.
taga-UST. Si Jade Ashley Carno, who had the number 3 spot. And number 4, si Chelsea Sentakay. So, 4 po sila, galing taga-UST. And of course, at the 5th spot, si Mikey Rose Regala from De La Salle University. Tapos number 6 spot naman, si Jabe Marie Viterbo of UST. At number 7 spot is Sofia Isabel Sarmiento of De La Salle University. And wrapping up our top 8 is Joselle Lynn Ninobla of UST. So dalawang eskwelahan talaga as we see the highlight of the top scorer, Heza Alison Serapio of the University of Santo
Yan,
Tomas.
live na yan. Hindi na yan highlight. Yan yung ano natin, actual performance natin.
Yes. Ay, oo nga, no?
Oo.
Kala ko highlight.
Oh, dire-diretso na po tayo at marami pa tayong mga aksyon na mahatid sa inyo dito sa 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival.
Yes, can Heza replicate her score again nung elimination natin dahil final round na to, no, Sir Ernest, as we're tabulating her scores. Another solid outing for her, 7.80.
7.80 ang kanyang setting the bar itong si Heza.
Ito,
And up next itong si Stella from UST, no? That is Stella Nicole Yap.
look at that. Ang ganda ng movements niya.
I'm sorry. Pomsay, no? Pomsay ito, 2 ito.
Yes.
This is still Heza Alison Serapio.
And of course, we'll calculate the two scores and divide them to get the average,
Yeah,
no?
oo.
Or the total.
So dalawang performances makita natin from each contestant right now.
Yes, as in na. Heza Alison Serapio wrapping up her POMSE 2 performance. Earlier, sa unang performance niya, she got a 7.80. Let's see anong scores as the judges are tabulating their scores right now.
Alam mo, Gabi, itong yung being the first performer, yan po yung ano natin, no? Parang maganda na may ganito tayo kasi you're setting the bar.
Yes, tama. And a 7.86, so mataas ang score niya. 7.80 in the first, 7.86 sa pangalawang performance niya. So I believe if my math is correct, a 7.80 or 8.2 ata magiging final score niya, or 8.3. Di ba, Sir Ernest?
Yes. At tingnan natin yung ngayon kung yung 7.8 na yan, that is the bar that is set already. At susunod na ngayon si Stella Nicole Yape
Yes.
ng
So,
UST pa rin.
and, parang naglalaban-laban lang magti-teammates na, Sir Ernest. Puro UST and LaSalle lang. As ito, Stella Nicole
Mga
Yape.
Tigre at saka Archer ang
Yes.
makikita natin ngayon.
Parang tayong dalawa lang, no? Tigre at
Oo,
Archer.
tama. Pero lugi ako eh. Dalawa lang yung pambato ko eh.
As ito, Stella Nicole. Look at that high kick. Yung speed, may konting crisp yung movements niya, especially on those
And yung
punches and
twist na yun
elbows.
has to be very smooth, and yung transition from moving from one direction to another, that has to be seen by our judges for them to determine if etong si Stella will get a higher score than Heza.
Yes, of course, si Stella was the number 2 ranked after the elimination round behind si Heza Alison. So let's see if Stella Nicole Yape.
And itong si Stella Nicole Yape, finishing her routine already.
So yan, Stella Nicole Yape wrapped up her first POMSE 1 performance dito sa ating final round. So judges are tabulating her first score.
Tingnan natin kung baka 7.8 to.
Yes.
8.03.
8.03.
Higher than
yes.
Heza.
So she eclipsed her teammate Heza Allison earlier. Pero syempre may second
May
performance
second
pa siya.
performance pa and the chance to pad more to that.
Yes. Ito na nga. Look at that. Combination of speed, power, and yung harmony and synchronization ng movements
Yes.
ni Stella. Ang ganda.
Lahat yan tinitignan ng ating judges and those kicks, yung even the alignment, the parallel of the hands and the feet. Those
Yes.
are, yung mga judges natin are very experienced on this.
Look at that. Ang ganda din ng spin niya. Napakabilis eh.
Alam mo Enzo, sabi nga natin kapag nakikita mo yung pauwi ka na ng bahay tapos nakita mo nagaganyan ng asawa mo, baka magdadalawang isip ka mo eh.
Dadalawang isip na nga ako ngayon. Just watching. And Stella Nicole Yape wrapping up her Pomse 2 performance. She got an 8.03 in her first performance. Let's see what she's going to get in the second performance.
Not too shabby.
7.93. So, mataas pa rin.
Mataas pa rin ang kanya nakuha. And she's now officially the new leader
Yes.
of this Pomse competition.
And of course, the two UST representatives. We see the highlights of Stella Nicole Yape. Napakaganda ng binigay niyang performance. There's another UST Tiger representative, Jade Ashley Carno, stepping up to the plate for her first performance here in the final round.
Early on, pinapakita kagad ni Carno yung kanyang flexibility, kicking high, and now using those hands.
Look at that, yung composure niya. And it's very hard na gumalaw ka ng ganyan, no, Sir Ernest, na yung tipong dapat balanse ka na hindi ka matutumba.
Yung snappiness as well. At in their minds, alam mo, and alam mo, Gabi, nagano yan, nagbibilang yung mga yan.
Yun na nga. Jade Ashley Carno showing bakit nga napakadaming UST athletes in this final round. As she wraps up her first performance. Ano masasabi mo doon, Sir Ernest, sa performance niya sa una?
Maganda, very snappy, and yung kicks niya, yung mga high kicks niya are well executed, very straight, very parallel. Medyo may laban to, itong si Jade.
Ewan. Mapapalaban nata si Stella, no? As an 7.87 para dito kay Jade Ashley Carno. Good score after
Second
first performance.
highest as compared si Heza ngayon ang lowest score with 7.8. Yan din kasi yung mahirap pag nauna. May advantage yung pag nauna ka. Yung setting the bar minsan, ito lang pala kailangan kong gawin.
Yes.
Itong nakita ni Carno at ni Stella, they already know how to get around the routines na nakita nila.
Tama. And yun yung minsan yung malas when you go first, di ba? Makikita ng lahat, and especially the one going last. Alam na niya anong mga scores to be.
Pero mas may pressure yun, yung going last, di ba? So, may advantages and disadvantages. But for me, ang pinakamagandang position is in the middle.
Yes, gitna. As Jade Ashley wrapping up her Pomse 2 performance. So judges are tabulating their scores. And a theme here for, syempre, maraming UST na nakapasok sa final round.
Narinig ko yung Go Uste kanina, yung tsaka Black Gold, Black White.
Yes.
7.94, improving on her first performance.
Solid talaga. And of course, another.
Actually, sa Pomse 2, yung sa second performance, ang highest ngayon si Jade. Pero
Yes.
sa first performance si Stella ang highest. So, kung may balance na siya yung pinakamataas, but I don't think the scores of Jade right now is going to overtake Stella for the lead.
Yes. So ito the fourth UST Tiger in the final round. Chelsea Sen Takay doing her first Pomsei performance in the final round. Talagang may theme, no, Sir Ernest, ang mga taga-UST na yung bilis at yung snappiness ng movements nila, lalo na sa kicks nila.
Oo, kitang-kita dito the similarities of the performances of Heza, Stella, and Jade and Chelsea. Halatang magkakasama lagi mag-training ito mga taekwondo competitors natin. And I'm so excited to see more of ito yung may dalawa pa tayong UST na magko-compete mamaya. We expect similar routines at sila mismo. Alam mo, hindi naman masama mangopya, but sometimes they improve as well. Kapag nakita mo yung mga kasama mo, you copy it and add some things to it.
Well, they train together a lot. Alam ko yan kasi nag-intern ako before sa taekwondo team back in 2017. And talagang, they train together. You're talking about the taekwondo team. Hindi lang mga babae or lalaki lang. They sometimes mix it up. Pa-partner ng lalaki, babae, as Chelsea. 8.00. Sarado for her first.
Second best performance sa first round. Ngayon si Chelsea. Still highest itong si Stella.
Yes. Itong Pomsei 2 performance ni Chelsea. Look at that movement.
Usually the second performance mas mataas ang score mo. Pero in this case, no, out of the three performances na nakita natin kanina, dalawa mas mataas sa second performance. Yung isa, yung leader natin, bumaba. Pero konti lang naman.
And mahirap naman talaga if you have a good performance on the first. How do you follow it up and impress the judges more sa pangalawa, no?
You try to, add more things, and sometimes adding more things may be risky.
Yes. As yan na, natapos na ang second Pomsei performance si Chelsea Sen Takay, the fourth Growling Tiger to perform in this final round. The judges are tabulating their scores currently. First performance niya, 8.00. Second performance, a 7.84.
7.84. This is the lowest performance sa second round natin. At contrary dun sa sinasabi natin kanina, usually second round mas okay ang mga performances, but this time around nag-regress pa siya to be the lowest in the second round performances dito sa ating Pomsei competition so far.
And ito, the first De La Salle Green Archer performing sa final round, si Mikey Rose Regala. Let's see if she can set the high score as the first Green Archer to the mat. Maganda yung mga movements niya, no, Sir Ernest?
Maganda. At pinapakita na kagad yung kanyang power and high kicks from the very beginning. The snappiness is there.
Look at that high kick right there.
Medyo bumabala yung paa niya dun sa pagsipa niya sa taas kanina. Nakikita ng judges natin yon. It has to stay up there and you have to snap it back.
Attention to detail, di ba, Sir Ernest? Na, normal people won't see it, but the judges can see those things.
Yes. Dapat talaga yung pag-snappy mo hindi gumagalaw. Once you snap it up there, it's not moving, and moving on ka na sa next
move, no?
movement mo. Oo.
Doon pumapasok yung balance and coordination ng katawan. No?
Yes.
Mikey Rose Regala waiting her first round, her first score, sa kanyang first performance. 8.00, sarado ulit. Just like kay Chelsea kanina, before her. But ngayon, the trend nga, pag mataas na score mo sa first performance, normally bumababa yung second.
Oo.
So
pero tingnan natin, baka iba yung mga lasalista.
Oo nga. Parang pinaghuhugutan nyo sa listang katabi ko, ah.
Oo, dapat itaas mo ang bandera ng Lasal, lalo na't katabi lang natin tong venue.
Tingnan natin as Mikey Rose Regala. This is her second performance.
Actually, most Lasalians dito nagtre-train sa Rizal Memorial. So, may pagka
Home
home
court.
base nila tong venue natin.
May home court advantage pala
Oo,
kayo.
merong taekwondo center sa tabi mismo ng office, and that is where they can practice.
And meron ba talagang meron din bang ganun sa taekwondo sport, Sir Ernest, na kagaya sa mga basketball or volleyball na if you're playing on a familiar location, mas komportable kang gumalaw?
Oo, syempre, familiarity is always, na kumbaga home court advantage eh. Kahit ikaw ba naman mag-compete tayo sa bahay mo, mas malamang matatalo mo kami. Alam mo yung kung saan yung mga lubak-lubak ng bahay mo.
As ito, we're waiting Mikey Rose Regala's second. Oh, 8.10, the highest nung Pomse
Yeah.
2.
Pinakamataas siya ngayon sa second performances so far. Etong si Mikey.
And I think overall, no?
yeah,
8.5.
She is already the leader right now in this competition. Isang Lasalista lang ang tumalo sa apat na
May dalawa pang
UST
taga-UST.
Tiger. Meron pa dalawang taga-UST.
taga-UST.
Oo.
But nonetheless, regardless of school, you have to be impressed by that performance by Mikey Rose Regala.
And ang trend natin ngayon, bihira maka-8 sa dalawang
Yes.
performance.
Siya yung nauna.
Mm-mm.
And ito, the second to the last UST representative, Jabe Marie Viterbo, doing her first performance here in the final round.
Good snap on those kicks.
Yun nga, yung trend ng yung mga Growling Tigers, yung kick nila talaga yung parang main weapon nila in this performances.
Good
Look at
movement.
that.
Good kick up there. Ang ganda na sequence na doon. Lahat on time sa kanyang snaps. As she wraps up her first performance. O kung mapapalaban itong si Jabe Marie Viterbo sa mga top contenders with the way she's performing right now.
She ranked she scored an 8.00 in her elimination round performance as she wraps up her first performance in this final round. As the judges are tabulating their score. 7.83.
Siya ang second to the last ngayon sa mga first performances.
And still, si Mikey pa rin ang in front, no, Sir Ernest?
Yes, at itong a lot of catching up to do ngayon itong si Jabe Marie Viterbo, especially she has to beat the top score in the second performance in order to keep her in the competition.
Yes. And look at that. Yung kick niya talaga is on point. I think I saw a little bit of na-outbalance ata siya ng konti doon, but he was able to
Di
regain.
madali, especially yung balance mo sa paa mo when you execute those kicks, dapat hindi gumagalaw din yan.
Yes. And yung fatigue na rin talaga is settling in. This is technically your third performance of the day na.
When you think na yung mga kicks na yon tinataas mo lang, yung pag-return ang mahirap.
Yes.
Oo, yung pag-return kasi binabagalan nila ng konti, and yung balance mo will be in check on that yung pagbalik ng paa mo sa katawan.
Bagay eccentric movement pababa, no? As we await for Jade Marie Viterbo's score. 7.86. So medyo
Improved.
tumaas.
Oo.
But still, si Mikey Rose Regala pa rin ang leading natin.
Kasunod niya si I think itong si Chelsea and Stella.
Yes. And we're down to our last two competitors. Our penultimate competitor sa final round is
Sofia Isabel Sarmiento
Yes,
of
Sofia.
another Lasallian. Tingnan
Yes.
natin kung kasing galing siya ng isang laselistang pumasok na si Mikey.
Let's see if she can replicate her teammates' performance. Look at
Starting out
that.
strong, itong si Sofia.
Look at that.
Very straight on that kick.
Yes, ang ganda nung form.
Picture perfect form.
Yes. She is starting off on a high note ngayon. Final round. Look at that. The gracefulness, the power of her movements. I'm not gonna be surprised, Sir Ernest. I'm not a judge, but I'm not gonna be surprised if she replicates yung score ni Mikey in that first round.
Oo, tingnan natin, no? Pero the judges has to see more as compared to what they saw from Mikey. But tingnan natin may laban naman to si Sofia as she tries to end her routine in just a bit.
Look at that.
And she got the applaud of her coaches.
I'm not from LaSalle, but I have to appreciate that type of performance, di ba? Sofia Isabel Sarmiento.
Ito na, yung inatay natin yung score kagad. And it's gonna be hard to top her score. And
I
yan
think
na
she
nga.
does. 8.07. No, she
Siya na ang
tops.
bagong top performer natin sa POMSA first performance. At tingnan natin kung if she can maintain this. If I'm not mistaken, kailangan niya ng at least 8.03 to tie or to be stay on top, or on 8.04 to be the new leader.
Yes. As she's turning out another solid performance. But yun nga, as I say
Malaking bagay yung 8.10 ni Mikey
yes.
nung second performance niya. At least pantayan niya yung 8.07. That's already good.
Yeah. As Sofia Isabel Sarmiento putting the finishing touches on her second performance. The two green archers showcasing in this final round. Dalawa lang sila pero grabe yung performance
Hindi kailangan
nila.
marami ipadala.
Parang tinamaan. Kami tinamaan
Hindi kailangan marami ipadala. Okay na yung dalawa.
It's not in the numbers, it's in the quality, no?
Mismo. 8.03. Tama tayo.
Yes.
And I think she is tied with Mikey.
Either tied or konting difference, no?
Counting difference lang. We have to check with the judges kung sino yung... pareho silang 8.05 yung dalawang UST natin.
Yes.
Ay,
Ay,
dalawang
Rizal.
LSU.
Okay lang kami
Oo.
napalitan. Pero ito, the final competitor in this final round, Jocelyn Ninobla, who is a SEA Games gold medalist and a defending champion sa Women's Martial Arts Festival World Online Championships natin.
It is safe to say na that among
Save the
the
best for last, no?
sa podium finish natin may dalawang lasalista.
Oo. Tingnan natin because this is the defending champion and a SEA Games gold medalist, talking about Jocelyn Ninobla, who is
Ang
the high
gaganda.
scorer.
Oo. Starting out strong. At nakita niya na yung competition niya. She knows where to highlight her performance. And so far, mapapalaban yung score
Yes.
ng mga lasalista dito kay Jocelyn Ninobla.
Look at that movement.
And this is why this lady is our representative abroad.
Yes. Showcasing talaga, no? And I like what she did. After the performance si Sofia, she went over to the judges to check the score. Parang, ano ito ba tatalunin ko? Okay. Parang competitive fire from Jocelyn Ninobla. A solid outing for the defending champion.
Let's see if the judges will agree to the score, and kung highest score natin in both performances is 8.1. And tingnan natin kung if Jocelyn will set the bar high for her first
The
performance.
highest.
8.34.
Set the bar high talaga. Is making a statement right
And
there.
alam mo, ito, if I'm gonna compute it well, if she makes it a 79 for this performance, panalo pa rin siya.
Yes.
7.9.
Can the defending champion regain her crown? Jocelyn Ninobla, her second Pomse performance. Look at that. Muntik na ma-outbalance but she still kept her balance mid-air.
Sinabayan pa ng music natin na talagang mapapab ka eh. No?
Kaya nga eh.
I'm just in awe. Ang galing ni Jocelyn.
And we are in front of greatness
Can
talaga.
we have that for one more minute?
Yes,
Diba?
pwede bang isa pa?
Parang bitin yung performance eh. Eh, tingnan natin, baka mas mataas pa yung makuha niya.
Ay, mataas ang chance ha.
Pero yun nga, kahit 7.9, mananalo pa rin yan si Jocelyn.
I think at 8.2 seals the deal for her sa gold medal, no, Sir Ernest?
Kahit kahit 8.03.
8.46. And that's, I'm not an official judge, but I think we just saw her a champion defender crown.
So, ang layo ng first to second, ang 8.4 to the two green archers na 8.05. Tapos yung dalawang USD natin 7.9. So, talagang we are seeing a world-class performance here by Jocelyn Ninobla.
A masterclass talaga, no?
Masterclass at a league of her own.
Yes.
Etong si Jocelyn.
Kinalaban niya lang sarili niya. And congratulations to Jocelyn Ninobla for defending her champion. Online siya nag-champion. Ngayon na face-to-face natin ginawa,
Oo.
champion pa rin siya.
So mamaya i-award natin ang ating mga medalists dito sa POMSA competition.
Yes.
But so far, yung talagang pinambato ng UST, nireserva nila sa pinakahuli.
Save the best for last
Oo,
talaga.
but watch out for those two green archers. They
Yes.
put up a good fight.
Because of course.
At ito na yung group competition natin.
Yes.
Na, mauna dito ang National University. They are just preparing themselves. At sila yung mauuna dito sa ating POMSA group competition.
Yes, they are represented by Leia, Simone Soria, Denise Alikias, and Abigail Pacificador of National University. Look at that, yung synchronization nilang tatlo. Beautiful movement from these three women right now.
Pati yung pagpigil, pagsimula ng sigaw at pagtapos ng sigaw, dapat synchronize din yan. Walang mas mahabang sigaw.
Yes. Well, I'm not surprised bakit synchronized na tong tatlo na to. And syempre sa cheer dance competition ng UAAP, di ba, daming beses na nanalo ng NU. So I'm not surprised if these three got something from their cheer dance team na dapat magkaka-synchronize tayo sa movements.
Baka nga. At baka sila pa yung nandun sa cheer dance competition.
Dual sport pala sila.
Oh.
The National University Bulldogs representative with a solid performance.
Tingnan natin ngayon kung ano yung initial score na may bigay sa kanila. And mga Bulldogs, palaban din itong mga NU eh.
Ayaw magpatalo, ha? Let's see as the judges are calculating their scores. .07, they set that bar really high.
Yes. Maganda naman kasi yung kanilang synchronicity at maganda yung kanilang pinakitang performance. At tignan natin if they will go higher or lower dito sa second performance.
Sabay-sabay pa rin ang galaw nila.
Yung counting na ito, nasa ulo nila yan eh. Kinabisado na nila at I'm sure there is a lot of practice hours behind this routine.
Yes.
It just looks easy in front of us but yung harmony ng tatlong to, malamang sabay-sabay kumain to sa kanilang mga lunch at dinner. O kahit lang nga baka magkakasama pa sa dorm yan, sabay-sabay rin sila matulog.
Yeah, baka naman nag-practice sila no, naka-blindfold and then, diba, kahit siguro nakapikit,
Yeah.
kaya nila
May
sabay-sabay.
counting yan. Usually, kapag bago-bago kayo, all of you count and then sumusunod kayo sa count and then kapag medyo kabisado nyo na yung routine, hindi na kayo magsasalita. Ganun yung starting neto.
8.04, medyo bumaba, but nonetheless,
Still
8.055.
very high ang
Taas pa rin.
8.04.
Ayan yung sinasabi natin, setting the bar high after the first performance. Look at that. Yung synchronization ng galaw nila talaga, no, napakaganda. As now, stepping up to the plate is the team from the UP Diliman, Alisa Luis
Alyssa
Kaabay.
Luis
Alyssa Luis pala, sorry.
Oo, kaabay.
Kaabay. Larissa Austin D. and Faustina
Anchete.
Ayun.
Oo. Anchete.
Ang layo pa. Ang layo ng
Oo,
screen
layo
kasi.
kasi bago lumabas sa screen namin. So, sinisigurado lang namin yung mga pangalan. Siyempre, due respect yan sa mga
Yes.
pamilya at of course to our athletes who are performing.
Look at these, the representatives of the Fighting Maroons. Sabay-sabay din na. Look at the gracefulness being shown here.
Okay, lalaban tong UP. UP fight nga.
UP fight talaga. May sariling atin to din pala sila, no?
And they wrap up their first performance itong UP Diliman. So far, so good. But tignan natin kung aabot sila sa score ng NU. Kasi medyo mataas-taas kaagad ang kanilang tataluning score.
Tingnan natin ano score ng UP representatives in that first performance.
0 then. Ayun,
7.76.
7.76.
And that's a high score, but after seeing yung performance ng NU, no, Sir Ernest, medyo talagang you have to give it your all. Ilabas
Kailangan
mo.
bumawi itong NU ngayon in order for them to tie itong UP Diliman. They have to score at least siguro an 8.3
Yes.
on this routine.
Let's see.
Actually, yung pagpili rin ng mga teammates mo, mas maganda yung magkaka-height talaga kayo or may very similar ang heights nyo. Kapag may isang 6-footer dyan, hindi magmumukhang synchronized talaga no matter what they do. So yung mga height nila must be very much near each other.
Yes. Kasi pag may mas matangkad or mas may maliit, no, mag-iiba yung height nung sipa.
Tama ka doon.
Yes,
And ito na, last waiting na sila sa final score.
after their second Pomsey performance here, they're waiting. 7.73. So medyo pumaba on that second performance.
At ang nagiging trend ngayon for the first two performances na nakita natin, bumababa ng bahagya ang kanilang mga second routines. And tama, ano nga, 0.3 ang binaba for both teams ng NU at saka UP Diliman.
May trend, no? But nonetheless, still a great performance by those three women from the Diliman campus of UP. As ngayon naman, representatives from the Far Eastern University. So ngayon, mga tama raw naman.
Mga tama raw naman ang kasama natin ngayon.
And I'm noticing na magkaka-height silang tatlo, right? As you recommended.
Importante na magkaka-size at height yung mga even the reach, tinitingnan yan kung magkakapareho sila to be more, mas makita yung synchronicity.
Says Maria Eloisa Biasaga, Christine Joyce Nudo, and Cyrese Yunson. Identical na identical silang tatlo. Looking at the height and reach, it could play a factor dito sa kanilang performance. And looking at how synchronized they are, no, Sir Ernest, yung oras na pinagpagura nila, siguro talagang kahit natutulog, sabay-sabay siguro silang humihilik din, no?
Sana nga, ganun ang paghilik nila, sabay-sabay rin.
Synchronized din, no?
Kung nangyari man yan, talagang hindi lang sila synchronized, pati yung mga kapitbahay nila, bulabog na rin nila.
As they turn out a solid performance right now as we are waiting their scores. .50 so far, the lowest in the lowest score in the first performance, but ito nga, may second performance pa tayo. They're starting off
Pwede
strong.
pang bumawi to, pero malaki talaga yung bar na sinet ng NU Bulldogs.
Yes. Tingnan natin.
Sa ganitong pagkakataon, yung mga unang nag-perform, taking advantage sa kanilang possession.
And yun na, napag-usapan na natin kanina yun. Yun yung advantage talaga na unang nagpa-perform. And yun din ang disadvantage nila minsan. Pero eto
Kung talagang first performer ka, yung confidence mo must be at least number 1 din ang confidence mo heading to the competition.
At ito, a second performance is done for the representatives of Far Eastern University. They're showing love to each other after that performance.
Iba-iba yung laki ng FEU nila sa likod eh.
Kaya nga pansin ko rin ha.
Yung isa Times New Roman, yung isa bold.
And a 7.56, so unang performance sa second performance na umangat ang score. Pero still FEU nangingibabaw talaga.
Nangingibabaw rin.
Ay, NU pala, hindi
yung
pala
NU,
FEU.
oo. At importante rin talaga, alam mo, yung synchronicity even starts with how they dress,
Yes.
how they step in the mat. Doon nagsisimula na kagad yung mga
Ito na naman ang representatives from Espanya, the UST Growling Tigers, Thea Del Rosario, Alia Baquial, and Heza Serapio. So Heza Serapio, magpa-perform
sumasali rin
ulit.
siya dito, oo. Yung mga ganyan, pag nag-uwi ng mga medal, sunod-sunod, di ba? Like yung isang competition, tatlo medal inuwi niya. Siguro pag uwi sa bahay nun, isang malaking fiesta ang kanyang sasalubong sa kanya. So, malamang kung si Hesa, may pagkakataon mag-uwi ng maraming medalya din to kung marami siyang sinalihan.
Yes. Of course, Heza performed really well kanina nung final round natin. Let's see kung dito naman sa team competition natin ay magkaroon siya ng good performance ulit. You can see may height difference yung tatlong performer from UST.
Meron talaga, but you have to make it up for synchronicity at pinapakita ng mga Tomasians ito ngayon. Pare-pareho sipa, pare-pareho yung range, pare-pareho snap pataas, and so far impressive ang kanilang pinapakita dito sa ating competition. Ang ganda, very synchronized.
Yes.
And looks like mapapalaban ang NU dito sa tatlong tigre natin.
Yes, and look at the Growling Tigers right now. For sure, proud na proud dito si Mia Andalisa, their coach of Pomse. And of course, yung Taekwondo coach na si Jasmine Strachan Simpao. Look at that synchronization by the Growling Tigers.
And that's the first performance. At maganda siguro makakita tayo ng isang 8 dito para may laban na talaga sa leaders natin na NU.
Good performance by Thea, Alia, and Heza.
Pare-pareho naman font nila sa likod.
Oo. .93.
Very close still. No? Second best performance
Yes.
sa first competition natin. So in this next performance, they have to grace it higher. Maybe score like an 8.12.
Yes, mga ganon. 8.10 to 8.15, mga ganon, no?
Yes, 8.12 to 8.15 ang kailangan nilang score to become the leader at malagpasan nila mga NU Bulldogs.
Look at that. I think they've gotten a little bit of a second wind dito sa second performance nila. Mas nag-synchronize sila, mas naging snappy yung movements nila. Again, I'm not a judge, but I think their score will be higher than
Mas
their
mataas
first
nga.
performance. That's just a prediction. I'm not,
Oo.
prediction lang yun. I'm not a judge, di ba? But a solid performance from the representatives of España.
Speaking of growling tiger, may pusang dumaan
pusa,
sa atin
no?
dito.
Maraming ganyan sa UST. 8.13, right
yan.
on cue is what you said.
Oo. So may laban na tayo dito.
Mhm.
It's a 9.13 and 7.93 and in 8.13. If we sum it all up, mukhang ito na. Tignan natin yung official leaderboard natin. But
NU pa
coming
rin ata.
here is UP Diliman. Second
Yes.
contingency ng UP Diliman for this group POMSAY.
As these are, again, ito yung second representative from the University of the Philippines in Diliman, the Fighting Maroons. Sabay-sabay din sila. Si Joanna Pauline Hubelag and Aliana Denise Iglesia, Sofia Marie Tungala. Look at that movement. And the Fighting Maroons turning out a good, solid performance so far dito sa unang performance nila. And pare-pareho din yung font na UP nila, Sir Ernest.
Pare-pareho.
Pare-pareho din.
But I actually made my unofficial computation. Leading pa rin ng NU by 8.055 po yung NU. Tapos ang UST is 8.03. So yung first performance ng UST quite hurt them to become the leader. Pero sila nag-own ng top overall score sa isang performance.
Yes.
Yung consistency, doon sila natalo. Oo.
And look at that, nag-konting huddle ng tatlong women natin before the start of their second performance as they are awaiting yung first performance score nila.
At mga taga-QC natin kasama dito, 7.84.
Solid performance after
Third best performance in
Yes.
the first round.
let's see if they could score
They have to raise it higher this time.
around
Around
8.17 to 8.20, no?
more than, we're talking about an 8.3 kung talagang manigurado sila.
Let's see, as so far so good for the Fighting Maroons. As they are putting on the finishing touches of their second performance. That'll do it for their second performance. We await their score. Again, the first performance that they scored is 7.84. Unofficially, ang tingin namin ni Sir Ernest is they need an 8.3, no, to 8.4 if they want to secure and overlap National University. And a 7.94, Sir Ernest.
7.89. 7.89.
A 7.89 pala.
A little bit higher than their first performance.
Yes.
Yung first performance kasi usually pagdating mo sa second performance, napapolish mo siya.
And so, ito naman from another representative from España. Dalawa dito sa magpa-perform sa UST. Nag-perform na kanina ng final round ng individuals.
Oo.
So let's see how they do when they perform together. Starting off strong, Sir Ernest, no?
maganda yung kanilang synchronicity ng pagsipa at saka yung pag-return ng sipa sa floor. Pare-pareho ang bagsak.
Of course, they are doing this for the black, gold, and white. Beautiful movements from these three women.
Ang sarap tingnan nito, lalo na kung ayan nga, yung pagkasabay-sabay and yung snappiness. When it's at its finest, it is always a sight to behold.
Yes. And can they replicate yung or exceed the solid performance na pinakita ng kanilang mga teammates kanina?
Still the score, the highest score ever in this competition is from UST an 8.13. Pero ang leader po natin is NU with an 8.07 and 8.04.
Pero ito, we're waiting the second team of the Growling Tigers' first performance scores. 8.23, so UST pa rin ang may-ari. They eclipse their teammates. All they need to do is have a solid performance to maintain and exceed itong National University so far, no?
Mismo. At ang kailangan lang nila dito siguro is another 8 tignan natin yung plus 4, 13.
I think 8.10. Nothing below 8.10.
8.10. Kasado na yan.
Yes.
Kasado na yung first place sa kanila pag nag-8.10 sila.
Look at these three women right now. In sync sila.
Actually, 8.01 okay na tayo.
Okay na rin,
okay
no?
na sila.
Safe na.
Safe na sila dyan.
But knowing these three women, they won't go for the safe, no?
Oo.
They're not going to settle.
They are going for the kill. They are going for the kill.
Of course, mentality ng mga Tigre, di ba? That's the Tiger mentality. Let's see what their second performance scores are. 8 point. So they tied their first performance score. So average nila 8.23 talaga.
At kung sino man ang susunod, naaawa ko. Kasi talagang ang taas ng kanilang sinet na bar.
Yes.
Above everyone, ito si UP Diliman, NU is 8.05 at yung UST is 8.03.
So dalawang UST representatives nasa top.
Wala na kasunod.
Yes.
Yung top 2 natin mga Tigre. Ay top 3.
Top 3.
Top 3. Dalawa sa top 3 natin ang mga Tigre at may isang NU Bulldog na nakasingit sa kanilang gitna. But yun nga, Enzo, UST has a Enzo, nakita natin yung mga mga kalaban natin dito. Yung mga UST talagang matitindi ang mga kalaban.
Yes, tama dyan, Ernest. And of course, we saw the dominance of UST. And of course, we will be right back dito sa Women's Martial Arts Festival. Arts Festival as we see some of the highlights earlier sa POMSE competition natin. As we see some of the representatives of the UP Diliman Fighting Maroons. And ito naman,
Okay. Hello, hello, hello. We're seeing right now the highlights of what happened earlier sa ating 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival. Of course. And balita ko, this is the last day of our, Women's Martial Arts Festival, right, Gabby?
yes, tama ka dyan, Mickey. And I'm glad that you could join us in this final day. Alam natin
Yes.
napaka-busy na schedule mo. Pero yun na nga, napakaganda ng mga pinakita ng mga women kanina. Of course, earlier sa ating individual competition, the defending champion won it again for the second straight year. The representative of UST, syempre alam ko Lasallian ka, so dalawang Lasallian ang nag-podium finish sa ating individual.
Yes, of course.
Tuwan-tuwa,
Proud
ah.
Lasallian tayo dito. But now we're seeing our senior female freestyle team from UST with Jade Ashley Carno, Stella
Yape.
Yape and Aiden Laksa.
I think Aiden Laksa. And Mickey, tinan mo yung performance nila. Napakaganda, no? Sabay-sabay sila.
right. Alam mo yung pagpitek ng mga paa, pati yung timing kung kailan nila i-execute all of the kicks. Talagang sakto sa beat, right?
Yes.
And it's not only a combination of, it's not only yung pagiging snappiness nila, but also the flowiness of their movements. Of course, the alternating tempo of their different stances. And of course, that kick.
Look at that picture. Perfect yun. Sakto-sakto sa ikot nila.
Oh, nice pyramid formation right there. Oh, those shoulder movements really do emphasize their movements. Okay. Cool. Beautiful backflip right there.
What a way to end on a high note from the representatives of España.
That's right. Parang mukhang makukuha na naman nila ang corona. Ibabalik ba ang corona sa Espanya?
Of course, sa dalawang competition, gold medal ang mga Tigre. So, you know.
Tama yan. But once again, that was Jade Ashley Carno, Stella Yape, and Aiden Laksa from the female senior freestyle team of UST. Right now, our judges are calculating their scores. But for our criteria, we have technical skills and of course the presentation. Under technical skills worth 6 points, we have level of difficulty of foot techniques worth 5 points, and the basic movements and practicability for 1 point. Moving on to the presentation, of course, our judges are also looking to their creativeness, their harmony, expression of energy, and music and choreography. Combining those two categorical points with technical skills and presentation, there is a subtotal score of 10 points. Plus we also need to, consider the deductions and penalties made by the team. So, yes, right now, parang seryosong ating mga judges and also ang ating mga athletes, right?
Yes, tama ka dyan, Mickey. And we see some of the highlights from their performance. And one thing na nakita natin simula nung sa team competition nila earlier, synchronization and of course yung power ng mga kicks is talagang evident dito sa mga Growling Tiger representatives, and yun yung finishing sequence nila.
That's right.
As our judges are tabulating their scores currently. And the trend is, the first one to go always ends with a high score na talagang yung field is doing catch-up. Let's see if these three women can continue that trend na sinimulan kanina pang umaga.
That's right. And even if it was a kind of short routine, right? But they were able to execute all of the moves precisely. If I were to ask you what was the move or, that step that's been, tumatak sa isip mo when it comes to the performance of the USC senior female team?
Of course, yung pinaka-tumatak sa akin was that spinning kick na ginawa nila, and as we see the final score nila, 6.23. Not a bad score, but
That's
know,
right.
for them, a solid performance. Pero yun nga, yung pinaka-tumatak sa akin was that spinning kick na pag-land nila, lahat sila magkakaharap. No wasted movements, no
That's
extra
right.
step. Yun talaga doon mo makikita na synchronized kayo as ito, representatives from
The national team. We're about to see the representatives from the national team senior female freestyle with Jana Dominic Oliva, Juvenile, Faye Crisostomo, and Jocelyn Ninopla.
Of course, Jocelyn Ninobla earlier won the individual Pomsey performance natin. And she's representing the national team ngayon. Earlier, she represented UST. Ayan, she's representing the country.
Ooh. Ooh, that domino type of moves right there.
Look at the movement.
And also,
three women.
we're not just focusing on the movements, but the facial expressions as
Yes.
well. Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, precision and the balance was very good. Of course, hindi mawawala ang sigaw.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
I love that
Wow.
ending pose right there.
The national team is flexing their muscle.
Yes, of course. Once again, that was Jana Dominic Oliva, Juvenile Faye Crisostomo, and Jocelyn Ninobra from the national team. And currently, Gabby, right, our judges are now tabulating the scores. Let's see if they would be yielding a higher score than the Growling Tigers, who got 6.23 points in
Yes.
total, right?
Well, ibabalik ko naman sa yung tanong, Nikki. Anong pinaka-tumatak sa utak mo after that performance?
Okay, so one of the highlighting performances made by the national team was nung iba-iba yung in-execute nilang kick, iba-iba yung tempo ng landing kicks nila, but they all landed at the same time. Parang alam mo yon, there's like unity in diversity. So something like that
Wow.
crossed my mind during that performance that they have showed us earlier. Right there. Okay.
Right on cue, ha?
Right.
They're showcasing bakit nga nasa national team itong tatlong to. Look at that.
Yes. And you know what? One of the most amazing sports and one of the most interesting sports that I really like to see is this freestyle performance. Kasi it's not just... Kasi they also incorporate music eh. Like, pop music or something on the beat. And it really makes the performance much more enjoyable.
And
But there we have it.
7.16.
7.16.
So the national team currently sits on top above the Growling Tigers with a 7.16. And next naman is the representatives from Diliman, Quezon City, the UP Diliman Fighting Maroons.
Represented by Joanna Pauline Jubela, Iona Keith Castillo, and Alisa Luis Kaabay. Let's see if they would be able to dethrone national team from the first place.
Let's see.
Oh, dramatic entrance right there.
So far, so good from the representatives of the Fighting Maroons.
Hey, you know that body rolls. Okay. Synchronization right there. Oh, I'm getting the goosebumps right here, Gabby. Nice. I think we're about to see some explosive performance right here. Damn.
You're liking the choice of music now.
Yes, that's right. Making me jive to it.
Nice.
Okay,
And
the
they
famous.
Oblation. Wow. And of course, the Fighting Maroon representative beside us, si Ma'am Rika, is clapping and proud.
Proud of her alma mater. But
Yes.
if I were to ask you, what was the impression of the previous performance earlier?
Well, ayoko naman maging cliche, but yung fighting spirit ng mga Fighting Maroons, pinakita nila yun. You saw it, it was up close to us na yung intensity sa muka.
Yes,
yung
that's right.
kitang-kita.
Actually, ako naman, nung unang part, like the first part of the performance, I felt like nasa movie theaters ako.
Wow, ah.
Oo, grabe kasi yung dagundong ng music dito sa stage room. And parang yung mga introduction ng mga movies. So, that really gave me the impression. But once again, that was a UP Diliman with Joanna Pauline Jubela, Jonah
Jonah
Keith Castillo, and Alisa Luis Caabay from the UP Diliman. Right now, once again, our coaches are tabulating this. So, Gabby, do you think that they would be able to dethrone the national team at the top spot?
Well, it was a solid performance, but you know, the national team is the national team for a reason, diba?
That's right.
But you know, I'm not a judge, so I don't know how they looked at. I'm just a fan of what I'm seeing. You know, coming from a different sport, you know, this is not my sport, so who am I to say what I'm seeing is wrong or right, diba? I cannot do this. I
That's
can't do this what they're
right.
doing. I'm just in awe of what they're doing. Diba, Nikki?
Okay, that's right. Well, right now it seems like our coaches are done and we're just waiting for the system to tabulate the scores of the UP Diliman. There we have it,
5.67. So
5.67.
they sit, I think, at the third spot. Yes, tama nga, third spot nga, behind UST and the national team.
Okay.
And now, representatives from the Far Eastern University, Tamaraos, Maria
The
Eloisa
Tamaraos.
Biasaga, Karil Marie. Wait, medyo malayo lang po ang ating screen. But we will wait for their names on our closest screen so that we can pronounce their names. Of course, we are giving respect to these women performing this morning here.
Ooh,
Ooh,
nice intro.
Okay, so there, Maria Eloisa Biasaga, Karil Marie Fernandico, and Charisse Yunson.
Their choice of music, some classical mixed up with the beats. Amazing. Whoa, that was a nice. Ooh, nice. From something hyper to something much more action-packed, right?
I like how they're moving as one. Parang
Yes,
isang
that's
performer
right.
lang nakikita
Tama.
natin.
Oh, what a series of kicks. Still, I think we're looking for... There we have it. Damn. That was a good performance. Once again,
Wow.
that was Maria Eloisa Biasaga, Karil Marie Fernandico, and Shairid Shame Yunson representing the Far Eastern University.
Wow. Wa- wow.
I was speechless as well as you, Gabby.
I mean, the music was I think I saw a performance na makikita mo sa mga Karate Kid, mga
Yes,
ganon.
that's right.
'Di ba? Ang ganda.
And actually, the first part, I was actually reminded of those dance step machines that you find on arcade machines, right? So that's like something that reminded me of their performance right there. Of course, that synchronized three-man kick.
Look at that.
But it
Beautiful.
seems like parang medyo na off balance yung nasa
Ay,
middle yun.
yeah.
But let's see what our judges think of. Once again, our criteria for the World Taekwondo Federation Freestyle Pum Se is technical skills with 6 points and presentation with 4 points.
Please wear your proper uniform or your team uniform, team jackets.
And the judges are tabulating their scores.
Wear
A solid performance coming from the Far Eastern University Tamaraos. #Be Brave.
That's right. Parang ang tapang nga ng ginawang performance nila, right?
Tama ka dyan, Mickey.
awarding. Please wear proper awarding.
But just to,
uniform. You can wear your
you know,
jackets, team
A
jackets.
We-
5.20. But so still UST and the national team sitting,
Kurugi pants.
pretty at the 1 and 2 spot. Siyempre, kahit namangha tayo, the judges, they see small details na hindi
Yes.
natin nakikita. Of course, I'm not playing this sport and you're a courtside reporter, am I
Yeah,
correct? From a
agree.
basketball league. So, this is we're just appreciating this kinds of sports in this beautiful, beautiful festival, the Women's Martial Arts Festival, as we see some of the highlights from the performances that we saw from the 5 teams that performed and
Coaches, assist your
4
medalists
teams
to
para, sorry.
proceed
4
here
teams.
beside the stage. Or dito
Now,
sa
what
sa
can you
court.
say, Mickey, after seeing all the 4 teams performing? What can you say after that?
Kurugi,
Actually, it's very amazing and interesting to see our women athletes perform their kicks and all of their performances with the music that really makes you dance or some sort. So I think it was an amazing sport that I would love to try if ever I get the opportunity to do so.
Well, of course, napakaganda nga ng mga performances na nakita natin simula kaninang umaga pa sa mga individual POMSA performance natin to the team POMSA performance and of course, the freestyle performances. And we will be right back dito sa 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival.
for the Women's Martial Arts Festival. Day 5. Right now, we're having the awarding ceremony for our athletes in the Pumse event.
Yes, of course, taking the first place for the gold medal, Filipino pride Jocelyn Nobla. Napakaganda ng kanyang
That's right.
Pumse routine kanina, Mickey.
Speechless, totoo. And nakikita natin, no, na alternating. And
Of course, handing our medals is our PSC Commissioner, Ma'am Olivia Bongku.
that's right.
Ayan,
Very
Jocelyn
amazing
Nobla
athletes.
for the first place. And of course, our other medalists sharing the podium with her.
Congratulations.
Ninobla, the double gold for the
Team
Women's Martial Arts
recognized
Festival
Pumse.
Pumse. So yun, inuwi ni two-time Southeast Asian Games champion Jocelyn Ninobla ang natatanging karangalan na nakapag-uwi ng 2 gintong medalya sa pagwawagi nito sa individual Pumse at team freestyle event sa pagtatapos ng Taekwondo competition ng Women's Martial Arts Festival sa Rizal Memorial Coliseum.
Congratulations.
The 26-years-old sports management graduate at the University of Santo Tomas is the only athlete na nakapagwagi ng 2 gintong medalya sa eksklusibong torneo para sa mga kababaihan na inorgasa ng Philippine Sports Commission at suportado ng Go21 at Pocari Sweat. Sabi niya, masaya po ako at meron po kami na nasariya na ganitong tournament. Sabi ng 2019 Manila and 2022 Hanoi SEA Games at 2009 World Online Gold medalist na si Ninobla. Nakipagpareha naman si Ninobla kina Jana Dominic Oliva at Juvenile Vic Crisostomo para sa gintong medalya sa Team Freestyle Pumse. Ang pilak sa Team Freestyle event ay inuwi ni na Jane
Bronze
Ashley
medal
Carno,
from UP
Stella Yape,
Diliman.
Irene Laksa ng
Joanna
UST
Pauline,
habang ang mga tanso ay napunta
Jubelag,
kina Jonah,
Aliana Denise
Pauline
Iglesia,
Jubelag, Joanna
and
Keith
Sophia
Castilla,
Marie Tungala.
Alisa Luis Kaabay ng UP Diliman. At sa trio ni na
And
Maria
bronze
Eloisa Biasaga, Karil
from
Marie
UST,
Fernandico,
Thea
Shaira
del
St. Jensen
Rosario,
ng Far Eastern
Aliyah
University.
Bakial, and Heza Serapio.
Okay,
Silver.
there we have it. For our
National University.
Our
Leia
team,
Simon
Pumse
Soria,
winners.
Denise Alicia,
Of course, taking
and
the
Abigail
bronze
Pacificador.
was UP
And
Diliman
gold
and the
From
UST.
UST, Aidane Krisha Laksa, Chelsea Sen Takay, and Jaeb Marie Viterbo.
That's right. So, once again, napunta ang team recognized the Pumse gold medal kina Aideen Krisha Laksa, Chelsea Sentakay at Cheb Marie Viterbo habang ang pila kay inuwi ni na Lai Simon Soira, Denise Ali Cisas at Abigail Pacificador ng National University. At muli ang mga tanso ay napunta kina Thea Del Rosario, Alia Bakial, Heza Serapio ng UST at Joanne Pauline Jubelag, Aliana Denise Iglesias at Sofia Marie Tungala ng UP Diliman. And there we have our awardees for our Freestyle Pumse event here sa ating 2002 Women's Martial Arts Festival.
Very tight competition pero namayani ang team UST dito
That's
sa
right.
ating
Go
team
Uste!
recognized
Tama.
Pumse event.
Pinakita ang talas ng pangil at ng
Correct.
mga claws ba?
Oo.
Ng mga tigre dito sa ating Freestyle Pumse event, right?
Ito na, in the spirit of sportsmanship, ang ating mga kababaihan na taekwondo players
Congratulations.
sharing the podium with each other.
Pumse athletes as well. And, of course,
Next, Freestyle Pumse medalist.
now on to our Freestyle Pumse medalist.
Ako gusto ko to kasi may element ng dance, 'di ba?
Yes, that's right. I think out of all of the events that happened here in the Women's Martial Arts Festival, this is the one that I find most
Bronze medal.
interesting and
UP
fun,
Diliman.
right?
Yes,
Joanna
definitely.
Pauline Hubelag, Jonah Keith Castillo, and Alisa Luis Kaabay. And from Far University, Maria Eloisa Biasaga, Karil Marie Fernandico, Shairis Shame Yuson. Silver from UST, Jade Ashley
Of
Carno,
course, sharing
Stella Yampe, and
the
Aideen
bronze
Laksa.
medals
And gold from
are
national
our
team,
team
Jana Dominic
FEU
Oliva, Juvenile Faye Crisostomo,
and
and
Team UP
Jocelyn
Diliman, while the
Dinobla.
silver medal was taken by Team NU. And of course, our gold medalists, again, the UST Tigers.
That's right.
Double gold para sa mga taekwondo players from Espanya. Yellow power ngayon.
Yes, yellow pride, black
Oo.
gold, black white.
Of course, kita natin nag-participate din dito si Jocelyn Ninobla in the freestyle Pumsay event with her teammates, showing us their medals, posting with our PSC Commissioner, Ma'am Bongku.
Siyempre, kailangan itaas ang kamay since we all
Definitely.
deserve this award and the recognition of all of the hard works that our female athletes have shown.
Mm. After nito, back to the drawing room na naman. Training na naman sila.
Pumsay event. And now, for Kirugi
Walang
event,
pahinga, no?
Finway.
Now, also for our Taekwondo combat event, pinamunuan ni Abigail Valdez ang University of Santo Tomas sa pagsungkit sa 3 sa nakatayang 5 medalya
Bronze
sa
medal
unang araw
from
ng
Philippine
Taekwondo
Army,
sa ginaganap na
Hazel
8th Women's
Fontanar,
Martial Arts
and
Festival
from
here at the
San
Rizal
Beda,
Memorial
Crystal
Coliseum.
Cabaluna.
Tinalo ng veterano sa Asian at World Championships na si
Silver from
Valdez
San Beda
ang kabilang
University,
din sa national team na
Samantha
nakatapat
Sibo.
na si Veronica
And gold
Garces
from National
para
University,
panatiliin ang titulo sa
Rahani
flyweight.
Darlene Santos.
So ito na, our combat athletes, taekwondo medalists.
Yes, so they are the champions for the fin weight category. Rajanine Darlene Santos of the National University. And of course, tinalo niya si Samantha Siwok ng San Beda University. And also for the bronze medal is Hazel Pontanar ng Philippine Army and Cristel Cabaluna of San Beda University.
The lightest weight, pin weight
Okay, congratulations.
category.
Flyweight.
Next naman ang ating flyweight
Bronze from
category
national team,
winners.
Clarence Sarza. And from UST, Tatiana Kija Mangin. Silver from national team, Veronica Garces. And gold from UST national team, Abigail Valdez.
So yun nga no, tinalo ng veterano sa Asian at World Championships na si Valdez. Ang kabilang din sa national team na nakatapat na si Veronica Garces para panatiliin ang titulo sa flyweight. At inuuwi naman ni na Clarence Sarza na miyembro din ng national team at Tatiana Keza maging ng UST ang bronze medal. So there we have our flyweight divisions champions for our Women's Martial Arts Festival.
Congratulations. Bantamweight.
Ang gaganda ng mga medal nila, Mickey, no?
True. Gusto ko din ng isa, di ba?
True, why not? Diba? Medal for best reporter.
Now,
Thank you
bantamweight.
so much for that. But now we're moving on to the bantamweight division.
Bronze from San Beda, Princess Angel Doria. And also from bronze, UST Angel May Lorbes. Silver from UST Jerian Pineda. And from gold, UST Raven Alison Pam.
Puro UST ang naririnig
Yun,
natin na
oo.
tinatawag dito sa podium. But nagkampiyon nga sa bantamweight si Raven Alison Pablo ng UST sa pagbigo sa kakampi na si Jerian
Featherweight.
Pineda. Ang mga tansa inuwi na ni na Princess Angel Dorian ng San Beda University at Angel May Lorbes ng UAST.
Bronze from San Beda, Riza Rose Collado. Bronze from De La Salle Sobel, CSB, Tanya Mosquera. Silver from DLS, CSB, Laura Lee Natividad. And gold from UST, Realis Tapiando.
Again, another top of the podium finish for UST Growling Tigers. Dominated ng ating Growling Tigers ang awarding natin here sa ating Women's Martial Arts Festival.
Safe to say we have a very strong Taekwondo team
That's
from
right.
UST, no?
Ang
And of,
dami nilang iuuwing medalya
that's
sa
true.
Espanya.
Mm-mm. And of course, shared by DLS-CSB din itong pagkapanalo naman ng
Congratulations.
pilak at bronze.
Now for the lightweight division, Jubilee Briones of the national team won
Bronze
the gold
from
medal, while
Delta,
Jezil Javier of
Lavaine
the
Ashanti
National
Valeroso.
University won
And
gold.
bronze from
And of course,
DLS-CSB,
the
Sheila
bronze
May
medals
Samson. Silver from National University.
were awarded to
Giselle
Lavaine
Javier.
Ashanti Valeroso
And
of
gold from
DLS-CSB
national
and
team,
Sheila May Sanson
Jubilee
of course, the
Briones.
De La Salle College of St. Bernard.
Of course, our national athlete taking the gold. Very, very happy and proud and flaunting their beautiful medal from the Women's Martial Arts Festival.
Congratulations.
Of course, the fruits of their hard work.
All smiles na sila, no?
Through it's finally over.
I know.
No, it's just the beginning of another preparation for a tournament that they need to prepare on.
Definitely.
And I think
Welterweight.
next is the welterweight. For the bronze medal, we have Miles Crystal Kilaton of San Beda University and Anne Kristen
Bronze from
Obenza.
San Beda University, Miles Cristel Kilaton. And bronze from Delta, Anne Christine Obenza. Silver from San Beda University, Roxanne Candatu. And gold from National University, Ayla Matel Calip.
There we have our winners for our welterweight division. First is Ayla Matel Cablett with a gold medal, followed up by Roxanne Candato of San Beda University with a silver medal, and of course Miles Crystal Kilaton and Delta Ant Crescent Obenza from the San Beda University brought back home a bronze medal.
Congratulations.
And of course, those are your welterweight queens
Middle and
of
heavyweight.
Taekwondo. Dominated by NU right there.
Bronze from Emilio Aguinaldo College, Katrina Mamaril. And bronze from FEU, Janine Carla Arrogancia. Silver from DLS CSB, Ethel Jane Palonit. And gold from San Beda University, Gabriel Salomon.
There we have our champions and our medalists. Once again, picture taking with our PSC Commissioner, Ma'am Olivia Bongku, right on the awarding platform.
Yes, very, very happy si Ma'am Bongku because at the very last day, from the first day to the last day, every event was a
Congratulations
success.
to all the
That's
medalists of Women's Martial Arts Festival Taekwondo event.
Once again, those are your winners for the Women's Martial Arts Festival Taekwondo event.
to our viewers right now. Ngayon kasama natin si Jocelyn Ninobla, our 2019 Manila and 2022 Hanoi SEA Games and the World Online Gold Medalist. So hello, Jocelyn, can you say hi to our viewers?
Hello po sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon and thank you sa support nyo sa Women's Martial Arts today.
Okay, so meron akong ilang mga katanungan. So ano ba yung mga pinakamahirap na challenges na kinaharap mo from transitioning to an online tournament to now na we're holding a physical tournament here in the Women's Martial Arts Festival?
From online po kasi walang audience. Unlike sa nakasanayan na maraming crowd, so medyo nakapanibago sa online kasi walang extra boost. So it's up to you yourself talaga.
Ano bang mas gusto mo, yung mga online tournament or physical tournaments like this? And ano ba yung mga gustong-gusto mong nakukuha kapag merong mga physical tournaments like this?
Mas gusto ko yung face-to-face talaga compared sa online. Kasi sa face-to-face, hindi mo na siya talaga pwedeng ulitin eh. I mean, kung ano talaga yung performance mo, yun talaga yung lalabas.
Okay, so paano ka naman nag-condition? Paano ka nag-training para, alam mo yun, preparasyon para dito sa Women's Martial Arts Festival?
Actually, it's a challenge po kasi 'di ba sa pandemic to now, talagang yung mindset mo as individual, kailangan discipline ka. Yung coach mo kasi magbibigay ng program. Babantayan ka rin kanya, pero it's up to you. I mean, yung mindset mo to focus, yan po.
Okay, that's right. Now, meron ka bang mga bate at mga gustong pasalamatin?
Unang-una kay Grandmaster Hong, thank you very much sa PTA, sa PSC, POC Milo, and MVPS, F, and sa mga teammates, family, and friends. Thank you, Lord.
Okay, once again, that was Jocelyn Ninobla, our 2019 Manila and 2022 Hanoi SEA Games World Online Gold Medalist. And once again, let's go back to Ate Rica for the upcoming events.
Okay, so ito na nga, these are some of the highlights of our Pumse competition. As you can see, we have very strong teams. We have FEU, we have NU, UST, De La Salle University, and DLS CSB, and of course, UP Diliman. Ayan na nga, very, very strong performances, of course, dominated by the University of Santo Tomas, taking double medals in the Women's Martial Arts Festival. Beautiful performances. And kanina nga nakita ninyo, Jocelyn Ninobla, 2 ginto ang naiuwi para sa Pumse event. Of course, Ninobla is a 2-time Southeast Asian Games champion. Aside from the Pumse event, we also had our combat taekwondo, which was held simultaneously today. So beautiful kicks na pinakawala ng ating mga contestants. Wow, amazing, amazing composure, grace, speed, and power shown by our taekwondo athletes in the Women's Martial Arts Festival. Good high kicks and punches, beautiful transitions. And of course, hindi lamang taekwondo ang naganap today. We also had kickboxing in another venue. Papakita natin mamaya, of course, the highlights and the results from that event. But right now, you are seeing the group performances. This is from FEU and of course, UST. Mahigpit ang laban pero ang namayani, of course, ay ang inyong mga performers or ang inyong mga taekwondo athletes from the University of Santo Tomas. Yan ang very, very synchronized and creative ang kanilang pinakita. And of course, national team showing us how it is done, setting the bar high. Jocelyn Ninobla still shining in the group events. And of course, nag-participate din sa ating mga group events ang University of the Philippines and FEU. Wow, beautiful simultaneous kicks. There you go. And of course, we also had our combat taekwondo. Eto na nga, pinamunuan ni Abigail Valdez from the University of the Philippines. Ang araw na ito, kinuha niya ang sa 5 medalya para sa taekwondo. Of course, we can see in the highlights also the dedicated coaches who trained our taekwondo athletes. Ito na nga, this really shows how we've developed as a taekwondo playing nation, from the 80s pa lang, hanggang ngayon. I think it's safe to say that taekwondo is one of the most popular martial arts in the Philippines. Beautiful kicks shown by our participants. Ang aga-aga pa lang, nandito na ang ating mga participants to warm up. And of course, we will move over to our kickboxing event. Ito naman ay naganap sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium. You are seeing, of course, our participants dito sa kickboxing. Namayani pa rin ang ating national team athlete, Renalyn Dakil, for the 52-kilogram division from the SKP national team. So she got the gold medal and won against Aimee Ramos, also from the national team, who got the silver medal. And our bronze medalists are Romara Derica Cerezo from Boot Camp Kickboxing in Olongapo City, and Jennifer Bertulfo from Tong Il Mudu. Ayan ay para sa 52-kilogram category. And para sa event na to, full contact competitions tayo and all seniors ang naglaban sa kickboxing. Now, to move on to the 56-kilogram category, pinamayanihan naman ito ng ating professional boxer and also kickboxer Gretel De Paz. Ito na nga, just to review also our sports sambo medalists. Of course, Princess Cortez took the gold medal, and Aislinn Agnes Yap also took the gold medal in the 80-kilogram category, followed by Leia Loren Kimba, our silver medalist, and Casey Tolosa, our bronze medalist. In the 54-kilogram category, Marian Mariano, one of the best sambo athletes, took home the gold medal. Tinalo niya si Jo Marie Torres, who won the silver medal, and of course Jessica Cos won the bronze medal. That was our main event yesterday. And of course, for our 59-kilogram, our winner Jelly Bolaong for the gold medal beat Charina Mergalio for the silver medal, and our bronze medalist is Ashley Delongan. Again, that is for the 59-kilogram category. Now for the for the individual recognized Pumse, the first placer, our gold medalist is none other than Jocelyn Nobla from UST. The second placer, or the silver medalist, is Sofia Isabel Sarmiento. And sharing the bronze medal is Mikey Regala and Stella Nicole Yape. Now, again, Jocelyn Nobla dominated the Pumse events for today. For the team recognized Pumse, we have the winners, the first placers from UST, Aiden Krisha Laksa, Chelsea Takai, and for the first place in the team freestyle, we have the national team. Na dinomina naman, of course, again, Jocelyn Nobla, Juvenile Chrysostom, and Jana Dominique Oliver from the national team are your gold medalists for the team freestyle Pumse. Ayan na nga, in the screen you can see Jocelyn Nobla. Very, very dominant in the Women's Martial Arts Festival. Your SEA Games medalists, and here are your Taekwondo medalists for the day in the 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival, of course, awarded by our PSC Commissioner, Ma'am Olivia Bancu. Indeed, it was very successful. Today's event for Taekwondo. And ito na nga, no, we had our Taekwondo event and our kickboxing event. And tune in because later we will have our closing ceremony. So that concludes our Taekwondo and kickboxing event for today's 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival.